the all-new BMW X6, second generation, which means that you know, you'll be expecting a whole lot more from the car. Well, indeed, you will get definitely a whole lot more. I mean, from the whole outlook, you know, the engine, you name it, power-wise especially, the X6 has grown so much more since the last generation that we saw. And in terms of creature comfort, well, you know, there's just, the cabin especially is really well built for the front passengers, you know, especially you get those dual zone ACs, which means that, you know, you can actually, for the front passengers, you can actually control the amount of settings that you like. Really, I'm not that big of a guy, I must admit, and you know, I find the cabin really spacious, and I've got the seats pulled back all the way, and you know, even for the passengers in the back especially, they get really tons of legroom and headroom, so it's going to be a really comfortable ride. So this car easily takes 5 people. 5 people easily can fit into the X6, real comfortable. And you've got a little, you know, middle console, kind of a handrest that kind of comes down to reveal cup holders, you know, space you can actually put your handphones and stuff like that as well. And the best part of all, for me personally, and I mentioned it over and over again, is I love the high driving position of this car. I mean, you basically, you basically see everything in front of you, and even in the car parks, especially, you know, that's one thing which I think this is the easiest car to find, because when I park next to anybody else in the whole car park, you know, the X6 really stands out. It's that easy to spot. So in terms of, you know, visibility, in terms of driving, in terms of getting, you know, the whole side of the car, well, driving, that's the other thing. Driving the car itself, the bit of getting used to will be the size of the car. I mean, if you look at it, it's a really huge car. In fact, HDB car park lots, it actually takes up a whole space, and it actually sticks out in front. So you might want to be careful to get the X6, especially if you're parking in the HDB. It might be a bit tricky, but not to worry. With all the aided cameras on board, you know, front, rear, it's going to be making parking, especially it's got the driver assist, which, you know, gives you those little smart little green lines in the car, which helps you actually park that much easier. Okay, so now let's talk about the performance of the car. I'm going to switch this baby into Sports Plus mode and let you feel and hear some of the power I'm talking about. And as I mentioned, the good thing about the X6 is the fact that you can actually drive this baby in manual mode. Woo! Just hear that engine revving, and there you go. Woo! Okay, after watching our test drive, you're telling yourself, I want to go out and grab myself a BMW X6. How much is it going to cost me? Well, here in Singapore, it's going to cost you 488,800 inclusive of COE, and the road tax is $4,568 annually. So, well, in terms of looks, styling and performance, BMW has nailed it completely in the X6. And if you want to add on more packages in terms of sports or even styling, well, BMW has a whole bunch of packages which you can actually buy for yourself. And to find out more info, head on down to their showroom over at Alexandra, not only for the packages, but also do a test drive on the BMW X6 and the rest of the BMW family. There's also the X-Drive 35i and the X-Drive 30D, which you can also buy, but it's based on indent basis. So if you want to find out more about those vehicles as well, head on down to BMW. We want to thank Performance Motors for allowing us to take the X6 out for a test drive. Well, that basically wraps up another episode of Rev with me, Renee. Certainly hope you enjoyed this episode, and to find out more about the X6 and the other cars that we have reviewed, check out our website at the link below. Till we catch you next week, drive safe. Hi everyone, do remember to like us and join us on our Facebook, YouTube, Twitter and Instagram at the links below. And if you would like us to showcase a certain car model on our show, well, leave a comment below or message us on our Facebook.